exactly. I'm just ready to
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but web, yeah, and yesterday, I got exhausted from this interface error where it says API key full, or basically like you've done too many requests in the time window. Well, it was like literally like system status, like one message cannot blow your token, your API token request. Well, apparently it can. And that's a whole nother level, which is a different world. So you have Claude console and you have Anthropic console, which are the actual nuts and bolts of the account. And then you have Claude, which is the thing that floats on top. We got to do a bunch of bullshit and security. And there's just a lot of moving parts that once I got it to work, say Wednesday evening, I was like, oh my God. It was like I could spike the ball in my big meeting that I had yesterday at Coldwell Banker. I was now free and I broke through the cloud cover. And so that went kick ass. But up until then, I'm the hamster wheel guy or I'm the squirrel in the cage where it's like, I need to fix that. Plus, I'm the crackhead that just got like, I had 8 days of unlimited crack. Now I don't have any. So but that caused me to do the pull the trigger on the incubator.
So who's your first hires for? Like, who are you looking for? So you've had kind of patchwork, a bunch of different people. Like, what are you looking to build now?
So,
and by the way, I think that's part of it. I think people need to. One of the things I help people a lot with is like getting the vision. So like, what's the org chart? 2 years from now, what's the org chart like a year from now? And like, what do we need to get done the next 3 months? So I think like having that vision though is really important.
Yes. And so kudos to you again for one of the things that has rubbed off on me is the intention and reflection. So it's like that has been burned for good or ill. I'm pretty sure it's for good, but, it's been burned into the hard drive where it was like, okay, let me do an assessment and a self-diagnostic with AI, of course, on what exactly have I done over the last 6 or 7 years leading up to where I am now with this like unbelievable network of people that are actually my friends that also happen to be like very influential and good at what they do. It was like, oh, didn't see that coming, but now I'm here. And so then it was like, okay, I have access to a lot of places. Cause if I put on my affiliate hat, and I'm at the affiliate committee meeting or whatever, if I put that hat on, it's like, holy shit, I've got the Willy Wonka's golden ticket to a lot of access. And I was like, okay, well, what would that look like? And how would I best facilitate helping the people where it's not just a, hit them, check them into the boards and it's a cash grab. Well, the first thing was outside sales where it's like outbounding. And, so like, for example, one of the things I thought was like, hey, if I'm at the next ginormous Real Producers event, which I will be, and we're filming and then I get the shout out from Jordan or whatever. Well, now what if I got on the mic for 30 seconds and I said, hey, does your listing photographer have a podcast studio? And do you get free studio time whenever when you're doing the listings? Hey, brokers, does your agent your agent's favorite photographer give you 10% back of what? So like, I'm going to come out swinging, but what I couldn't do is say that. And the next day, the phone and the email, everything melts down.
Blowing up.
And it goes into the void.
Yes.
So there had to be some method to the madness. And so the goal is, so like then by Q2, I have it all dialed in. And if I say, hey, RP audience, yada, yada, North Dallas Real Producers, whatever. Do my little 10-second sales pitch, be very glib and like kind of aloof about hey, does your photographer have a podcast studio or a psych wall and augment the content that you're already going to make anyhow? No, they don't. Well, then you're in luck because my gal will call you. And so now I have primed the pump. And see, this is all just my thesis. This is shit that I make up on the fly. But the idea is, okay, now I've prepped you that somebody's going to call. And it's like, now you know why they're calling. And, we're coming for your business. if you want, and it's like, hey, I'm not trying to break up the band with anybody.
Right.
And it's like, if you love your photographer or whatever, give him my number because we're going to need overflow people.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, everybody's invited. You don't have to come, you know, because like historically it's like, I want to be invited. I don't want to go, you know? So that's kind of my next level where I needed it to be, because as great as the robot crack was, it wasn't reliable in the sense of, well, they pulled the plug, they changed the thing, and now that business model doesn't work.
Yeah.
You know, now I will be able to plug it.
Well, I think that's the hard thing, because like so much is going to change over the next several years. Like you just got to keep embracing. Like